Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to turn complex ideas into, well, clear insights just for you. And today, we're diving into something pretty extraordinary. It's a listener's life story.
Yeah.
Seriously, it reads like an epic tale. There's deep love, huge wealth, betrayal, these kind of mysterious accidents, and some really profound spiritual stuff too. And it's all connected by these threads of karma and past lives. It's fascinating. Our goal, to sort of map out the connections between all these seemingly separate events and the spiritual wisdom behind them. Think of it less as just a story and more like a potential map for understanding those unseen forces in, well, maybe even our own lives. Okay, let's jump in. So right from the beginning, our listener talks about having this feeling, like a constant deep sense of waiting for something that was just there, in the background until late 1987. That's 2530 in the Thai calendar. And that's when she met her husband. And she says, boom, just like that, the feeling. It vanished, instantly gone.
I mean, imagine that. The power of just meeting someone.
It really is an incredible way to start, isn't it? That feeling just stopping cold. It suggests something really deep was already there. Like her inner self just recognized, okay, this is it. This is what I was waiting for. Almost like a karmic signal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what she said to him on their very first meeting, it makes it even more striking. She basically made this really bold, almost like a prophecy. She said, and I'm quoting, "You came to clear this debt to make this factory bright, and then you will leave."
Wow.
To say that to someone you just met, I mean, it shows this incredible inner certainty, right?
It really does. It's like she was tapping into their karmic contract right from the get-go. And what's so fascinating here, as the source explains it, is how these things that seem random are actually, deeply linked. That feeling of waiting she had, it wasn't random. It points directly to a past life. Apparently they were married before and actually made a promise to meet again. So this meeting, it was the fulfillment of that old promise. And her words about him clearing the debt and leaving, that was like an echo from that past agreement, a glimpse into their shared path.
So, wow, much more than just romance or business. A reunion, really. And it quickly became this really strong partnership. She called herself his Kunfan, his general, and he was her Varacha, her king. And together they took on his factory dyeing and printing fabric in Nakhon Chai Si. It was struggling, apparently buried under about 20 million baht in debt.
That's a huge amount, a massive challenge.
Definitely. And during this tough time, the source highlights something simple but powerful, the importance of good words. Speaking carefully, positively, avoiding negativity, even when you're frustrated. The advice was literally, if you're mad, talk to a tree or an urn. Just not your partner. It kind of makes you think, right, maybe we all need a metaphorical tree sometimes.
Perhaps. But it's sound advice. That practice of mindful speech, it's deep spiritual wisdom. Our words really do shape our reality, our karma.
And it seems like it worked for them.
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't just good management, though. The business saw this huge improvement. Debt cleared, assets growing fast. And the timing is interesting, especially after she got pregnant with their daughter in 1990, or 2533, and then again about 6 months after the birth.
Right, that connection to the pregnancy and birth, that really stands out. It hints at those, unseen influences again.
Exactly. The source suggests her merit, her good karma from a past life, specifically from encouraging him to make donations back then, that was the real catalyst.
So it wasn't just their effort in this life.
Precisely. It was like past good deeds coming to fruition, creating the conditions for success. And this also seems to explain their amazing foresight. They decided to lease the factory out in April 1997, 2540. And anyone who knows Thai history knows what happened next.
The IMF crisis.
Right, exactly. That decision saved them just before the crash. It's almost like they were guided, protected, perhaps, by that accumulated merit.
It's incredible seeing spiritual principle play out so practically. So, okay, they achieved this amazing success, beat the odds, dodged this huge economic crisis. But then the story takes this really painful turn. Despite everything they built, she faced this terrible betrayal. Her marriage just unraveled. Her husband found, as the source puts it, a new general, another woman. He even built a new house for them, leaving her in the old one. And he became really distrustful, afraid she'd sue him for the property they'd built together.
Such a stark contrast to the beginning.
Totally. And it's noted, too, that his good deeds, like the earlier donations, they stopped. He drifted away from the temple, apparently influenced by the media.
Yeah, this sudden reversal, it really forces us to look at that web of cause and effect, across lifetimes. And the source points to a very specific karmic reason for his betrayal. In a past life, after he had divorced his first wife to be with our listener, she had actually become his spiritual friend, his Kalyana Mitra, first. Well, after they got together, our listener apparently became quite possessive. She actually stopped him from helping his ex-wife.
Oh, wow.
So this intense pain she's feeling now, this betrayal, it's presented as a direct reflection, a mirror of that past possessiveness. It's a complex lesson, isn't it? How even feelings like attachment, maybe seemingly justified at the time, can plant seeds for future suffering. Karma has a long memory.
That's heavy. It's one thing to understand it intellectually, but living through that kind of mirrored pain, that requires incredible strength.
Absolutely. Without that karmic lens, it would just feel random and cruel. But with it, there's at least a path, maybe towards understanding, even forgiveness eventually.
But the challenges didn't stop there, did they? There are also these terrible accidents.
No, they didn't. She was involved in 2 really severe car accidents. First, October 13th, 1993, 2536. A collision with a motorcycle. Sadly, the driver passed away a few days later. Then, March 21st, 1995, 2538. Another motorcycle crashed into her car. Her daughter, who was 4, was slightly hurt, thankfully just slightly. But the passenger on the motorcycle died instantly.
2 fatal accidents. That's horrific. Just awful luck, it seems.
It seems that way on the surface, doesn't it? But the source offers a very specific karmic explanation. A pneumothana-bap.
A pneumothana-bap. What's that?
It translates roughly to rejoicing in the death of someone disliked in a past life, taking pleasure even mentally in someone else's demise. That specific negative mental state, that karma, apparently created this subtle pull like a magnet. It attracted individuals who had their own past karma related to killing Panatibata to essentially meet their end through circumstances involving her.
So they were drawn to her because of her past negative thought and their own past actions.
That's the explanation given. Almost like they were, and this is a striking phrase from the source, borrowing her car to travel to the next world.
Wow. That's quite a concept. So her internal state from a past life manifested externally in these tragic ways.
It's a powerful, maybe even unsettling illustration of how connected our inner and outer worlds are and the importance of purifying our thoughts, not just our actions.
It really is a chilling reminder. Is there any news about those who died from an afterlife perspective?
Yes, and this is the positive side. Because our listener consistently dedicated merit, kept doing good deeds, acts of kindness, those individuals who died have actually been reborn as humans now.
That's incredible. Her actions help them.
It shows the power of dedicating merit. And for her own protection against future minor accidents, the advice is consistent. Keep making merit. Keep working on mental purification. It really drives home how emotions like possessiveness or even fleeting negative thoughts from the past can echo into the present as betrayal or accidents. Makes you reflect on your own life, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Gives you a whole new perspective.
Yeah.
Now, alongside all this karmic unfolding, she's also had some unique spiritual experiences, right? Like hearing monks chanting when nobody else can and seeing these clear crystal spheres just floating around.
Yes, exactly. And these aren't seen as just imagination. The source interprets them as signs of a wholesome mind, a developing inner stillness yidning from her meditation practice. It suggests she's making real spiritual progress, tapping into a more refined level of awareness where these kinds of phenomena can occur.
And her daughter, too, seemed to have this incredibly deep spiritual connection from such a young age. I mean, temple visits in the womb, Tudong retreats at barely 1 year old, and then at 2, getting a crystal sphere from her uncle, we'll talk about him later, brother #4, and saying, "Mama, this is my kingdom." Plus, somehow knowing evening chants without being taught, it's extraordinary.
It really is. The explanation given is that the daughter came from a good, bright place. She's considered a child of merit, something her grandmother even observed. It points to a strong spiritual inclination carried over from past lives, but the source is also realistic about her current phase.
Right, the teenage years.
Exactly. Now at 15, she's less interested in the temple, more into material things, a bit disobedient even though she knows right from wrong. And this is presented as, well, a normal part of growing up, even for a child with strong spiritual roots. It needs patience, kind words, and the mother continuing her own merit-making. Spiritual paths aren't always straight lines.
That's such a comforting, realistic perspective for parents. Even children of merit go through phases. Consistent love and guidance are key. And the karma story extends even further to her mother-in-law. That situation sounds incredibly difficult.
Very difficult. 2 brain surgeries after a fall, memory loss for over 10 years, needing constant care. It's tragic. And again, the source links this directly to past karma, specifically harming animals, hitting their heads, and also habitual lying in business dealings across multiple past lives.
Wow. So those actions are manifesting now as this specific suffering.
That's the interpretation. And despite her own marital issues, our listener continues to make merit for her mother-in-law, which is seen as a powerful act of compassion that can genuinely help ease the suffering and improve future conditions.
And her own parents, the ones who passed away. Any insight there?
Yes, some comforting news on that front. Her parents have been reborn as high-level Gandharva deities. It's a type of celestial being in the Kutumaharachika heaven, one of the lower heavenly realms. They're said to be close to each other and very grateful for the merit she dedicated, which helps secure their good rebirth.
That must be a huge comfort. It really shows how our actions here can ripple outwards, even after death.
It absolutely does. The impact of merit dedication is profound.
So through all these ups and downs, the love, the success, the betrayal, the spiritual journey, there's been this one constant support figure, her good brother #4. He's the one who first introduced her to the temple way back in 1984, 2027. And then later, he encouraged her daughter, gave her that crystal sphere, and together they've managed to bring all their other siblings to the temple too. That's quite something.
It's really remarkable, isn't it? A true Kalyana Mitra, a spiritual friend. And the source explains this deep connection goes way back. They were actually siblings in past lives, too, and they made merit together specifically as supply line supporters, Gang Sabyang, basically supporting monks or spiritual endeavors. Sometimes they gave what they could, sometimes, well, maybe just based on their mood at the time.
Yeah, sounds relatable.
It does. And in another life, this brother was a soldier for a king who eventually ordained, became a monk. The brother chose to keep supporting from the outside. So that bond, that commitment to supporting merit has carried through all this time.
Yeah.
It's why he's such a steadying influence now.
A beautiful example of those lasting connections. But even this good brother, he's facing his own struggles now, right? With his business. Things look promising, opportunities arise, but they just fizzle out, don't quite solidify.
Exactly. And that struggle, according to the source, also traces back to past life karma. In one lifetime, he was apparently quite a cunning gambler, a Chalmu Kanfanan. Ran gambling dens, used clever tricks to get money from people.
Ah, so taking wealth unskillfully.
Precisely. And that karma, the energy of acquiring wealth through deceit or taking advantage, is now creating obstacles. It's blocking his current ventures from fully succeeding, causing those opportunities to sort of slip away.
So his past is literally tripping him up now, even though he's trying to do good things in this life.
Yeah.
What's the advice for our listener in supporting him?
She should absolutely continue being like strong spiritual friend, that Kalyana Mitra. Keep encouraging him to make merit, stay focused on good deeds, and importantly, encourage him to practice. Paul D. It means moderation, sufficiency, knowing your limits, helping him understand his own capacity for merit making so he doesn't overextend or get burdened, but finds genuine happiness in doing good within his means. This is key to helping him overcome those karmic blocks.
That makes sense. Finding that balance.
Yes. This whole account just underscores how vital those spiritual friendships are and how profoundly our past actions, even ones we've long forgotten, can shape our present reality.
Wow. What an incredibly intricate life story we've explored today. This deep dive really has shown the connections, hasn't it, between cause and effect. From love and business to accidents to visions, it's all interwoven. A powerful reminder that our actions, our intentions, they echo across time.
Absolutely. And the key takeaways from this listener's journey are so potent, I think. The real power of good words, how they shape things, the absolute importance of consistent merit making. It's like spiritual insurance and investment combined. The strength we find in inner stillness, that yudning, how it opens doors to insight, and of course, the immense value of true spiritual friendship, those Kalyana Mitras.
Definitely. And as we wrap up, the source material leaves us with this really potent thought to mull over. It mentions the idea that money is just paper and suggests we should do good with what we have before it's taken away.
A powerful reminder of impermanence.
It really is. It makes you stop and think. If wealth, possessions, if it's all temporary, what lasting legacy are you creating? With your time, your energy, your resources, what are you building for yourself and for others that truly endures? Something profound to consider. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.